A little bit of a disclaimer before we begin today. We're going to be reacting to the new Max0r video, Genshin Impact is a Playable Anime, or with the thumbnail, you'll see it in the thumbnail of your recommended feed probably as I have no money, or I have no more money. Anyway, this is going to be mostly for the dedicated people who mostly want to see my reaction to this kind of content. I've actually seen Max0r's previous video on it, on Genshin Impact, so I'm actually really excited to see what he has to say about this, because from what I know about his previous video, I believe Inazuma wasn't in the game yet when he made his last video on Genshin Impact. But this video will probably be very much edited down for analysis when it does go on my YouTube channel, because we're going to try to basically preserve the original integrity of the video. Go watch the video on your own time before you've watched this. Now that you've gone back and done that, I hope you have gone back and done that, now we can start to begin. So, I have not been a fan of Max0r's for a long time, but I really love his style of very overly edited videos. It's going to be very chaotic. It's going to be very enjoyable. We might have to pause a few times to just rewatch stupid shit that happens. But if you want to see the unedited live reaction, welcome. You're going to be joining me here now. But for those of you who are going to be watching this on my YouTube at some point, the full version of the VOD will probably remain on my Twitch, probably in my archive where the subs can only look at it. Till then, let's get right to it. Genshin Impact is a playable anime. We might have to be fiddling with the volume so you can hear me over the video, though. So we're going to turn it down, because these videos have a reputation for being kind of loud and full of random sound effects.
This video is a cry for help. Genshin Impact is a playable anime, and that's pretty good since my videos are attempts to make watchable anime. I can't believe it, guys. They made a sequel to Stockholm Syndrome.
Whoa, that's a mile a minute there.
These are attempts to make watchable anime.
I'm a danger to society.
I can't believe it, guys.
Oh, you're Italian? Are you okay? Does it hurt? Wow, this is offensive. Live Paimon reaction. Thug Shaker. That is some amazing art of Kaya right there, though. Bismala? What? Okay. My face is covering this, but that's kind of offensive, and I'm glad you guys can't see that.
They made a sequel to Stockholm Syndrome. Welcome to the world of Teyvat. You may have heard of it from all the free advertising that I'm doing. A beautiful...
all the free advertising, yeah.
Post-apocalyptic nightmare world featuring a giant tree.
Oh god. Everybody makes this stupid fucking Elden Ring comparison.
Sorry, that's the wrong game. On our journey.
Which I believe people are still waiting for Max0r's Elden Ring video to come out. He has a series on Elden Ring. If you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you go and do that. I believe he has 2 or 3 videos on that right now. I don't think he's finished his series on it, but I'm assuming, considering the long amount of editing process has to be. I used to do editing, and this is a 25-minute video. He does 25 to 30, sometimes 40-minute videos, since, like, with this level of editing and inserting narration, this is probably just 3 hours of rendering at the low end. So, he's probably working on these videos for weeks or months at a time.
Throughout the 7 nations, we will meet the world's most colorful cast of children, entrusted and empowered by the gods to wield elemental energy as dangerously as possible. I'm just a big fan of the characters in this game. There is no reason in particular. Assemble your team of heroic psychopaths and begin blasting, boating.
Okay, I'm gonna have to process that a little bit. Let's go on.
As dangerously as possible. I'm just
fucking Alex
just a big fan of the characters in this game. There is no reason in particular.
I've never seen this comic, but that's a very fun art style for Yaimiko.
Assemble your team of heroic psychopaths and begin blasting, boating, cooking your enemies alive. Visiting
Cooking your enemies alive?
Baby's first casino, and with enough time, it will become Baby's last casino.
Oh, is that the tops? Is that the tops in New Vegas?
But most importantly, have fun, because the game will try to stop you. I can assure you that the visual novels are exactly what Da Wei intended. So join me.
I haven't done any of the visual novel ones. We're going to be doing one next week. We'll be doing... it's going to be Noelle's birthday next week, so... we'll probably do that there.
As I navigate one of the most beautiful, fantastical, and expensive game
We're still in the
ever
intro,
made,
by the
one
way.
agonizing country at a time. This is it, guys. This is what $900 million can buy you. Are you having fun yet? Look, all I'm trying to say is, this is a weird episode of Eva.
This is a weird episode of Eva. I guess I probably should have also put a spoiler warning at the beginning, because I'm finally caught up with all of the story at this point. We finished Windbloom. The only thing we haven't done is Dia's story quest, which I doubt he's going to get into in this video, because it was probably made like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Before he finally fit, because he was probably editing this for the last 2 weeks. But, yeah. So, yes, this is your last spoiler warning. In case he decides to just ruin the story. In fact, we're going to look at the chapters of this video real quick. No, we won't do that. We won't do that. Oh my god, he's playing Epoch Winter. That's a good music video. If you haven't heard that yet, go look at that. Epoch Winter is great. That's some of my favorite cutscene right there. Alright, we're out of the intro. Episode 1, Mondstadt.
I've been here in 2 years.
2 years!
Welcome back to Mondstadt, and yes, the game still displays your IP address, just in case you're a little bit too critical. This place is where the player learns how to fight, learns how to kill innocent animals, learns that they are bisexual as soon as they see
You can see his UID right down there, boys. Mess with him.
Kaya. So I think it's a great opportunity.
Wait, what was that?
Learns how to kill innocent animals, learns that they are bisexual as soon as they see Kaya. So I think it's a great opportunity to teach the basics, and nothing else. The environment here looks like it shares a polygon. I think a good place to
Hey, some Bochi the Rock right there.
start is with our team, the Fulganasaria. Official. Every crew got the schizophrenic, personality disorder, mentally and physically deranged.
I still do not have Fischl. I would love to have Fischl, but I don't have her.
Wife material. I'm serious about that. There's a
I love the Chunibyo. I have a fun theory that Focalors is also going to be a Chunibyo, just based off that line of dialogue we have in the Travail trailer.
quest where you enter her mind and she fights her tulpa. End user license agreement. Literally the only physical DPS. Possibly racist. Has the biggest slappy in Tevat.
Sangonomiya Kokomi.
And Rosaria, who is dressed promiscuously, so we need to cover her up in appropriate garments. God, I wish nuns were real. With our team assembled, we are now able to...
Did he just say, God, I wish nuns were real?
So we need to cover her up in appropriate garments. God, I wish nuns were real.
He did. He did say that. Oh boy. Wait, is that Bochi again over there? I think it is. I can't see it because my webcam's covering it. Woo.
With our team assembled, we are now able to do nothing because I haven't explained the game. Again,
Yes, you haven't explained the game yet.
Impact is a based character RPG where each character wields one of the 7 elements, all of them interacting completely nonsensically. Water buffs fire, ice freezes water, plants buff electricity, a fucking gas leak, danger.
Game Theory has a whole video on that plants buff electricity thing if you haven't seen it yet.
The game is actually supposed to look mentally deranged. The numbers are helping me to understand what's happening. Of course, some characters are bad, and
I've been debating whether or not I want to turn numbers off because they do hurt my eyes sometimes.
others are very bad, but many are absolutely game-changing. There are characters that straight up allow me to fly, at least through regular means. This one
Oh yeah, the Nahida or the fucking idle animation glitch where you could just go flying.
changing. There are characters that straight up allow me to fly, at least through regular means.
Regular means.
This one fights with a pogo stick, and this one doesn't fight at all. My cock's crit rate is -87. The game
Oh yeah, Kokomi's passive looks like it reduces her crit rate. I have seen crit build Kokomis that do exist. Y'all are crazy people. Just letting you know.
also allows us to choose from a lot of weapons. I think I have a few copies, each one with their own properties.
Don't remind me how many of the copies of the Harbinger of Dawn we have on this channel. It is a meme on this channel for a reason. I think I have like what 6 R5 Harbingers of Dawn.
They take this game very seriously, like right outside of a KFC seriously.
Oh, I just saw somebody made a video about that where there was the whole the KFC thing. By the way, when are we getting this Noelle skin? When are we getting this Noelle skin in game? We stand Noelle around here. We're celebrating her birthday next week. March 21st. Everyone mark your calendars.
And if you're wondering about the gambling, well, hell, we'll get to it later. I have a lot to say about it. But for now, welcome to the land of the Anemo god. Who
Oh, that's right. We're still in the Mondstadt chapter, and he's said fuck all about it so far.
is a twink that gets kicked in the balls. So what if I just, Oh no, he can't be stopped.
He can't be stopped. Oh god.
Well, I guess if he can't beat him, Mondstadt is a depopulated anarchist state where there are no taxes, no police, and half the country is controlled by wolves. Wolves that you,
That's kind of true. I want to say it's like libertarian, but they do have a police, which is the Knights of Favonius, which, unless you talk to anyone other than D-Luke, do manage the peace. And also just run errands for everybody, apparently.
never actually see.
What? If WhatsApp was in Genshin? Where's my weed? No TCG with that stupid desert. You need my cock traveler. I need cock traveler. Good game on TCG. You did. Did you give Kaza his medicine? That's funny. I guess he's just associating Kokomi with cock because coke. I feel like there would have been better to do like a cocaine joke actually. Kokomi, get it? She's all coked up. 4-star, Liyue's leader, richest person in Teva, OP catalyst user, throws houses like ammo. 5-star, cock. Genshin logic.
Unless you want to count Razor. I mean, there's the giant wolf, but he's kind of special.
I have still not managed to beat Phase 2 Andreas, and we will do it at some point. I'm thinking about putting him on the punishment wheel. It's like I'm gonna make a punishment wheel, and we'll put fight Andreas on the punishment wheel.
Dog do it. As a result of this, nobody in Mondstadt has any money. Except for the church, of course. The city is undergoing a crippling wine epidemic. Look, I just think it's a serious funding issue when the cavalry captain doesn't have a horse. Therefore, most of
That is a very weird thing. Why does Kaya not have a horse?
your time is going to be spent cleaning up their...
I don't care that Varka took all the horses when he left. He should have left one for Kaya, or just brought Kaya with him.
mess. Their singular mess. Because there is only one enemy in Mondstadt. Yes, from the beautiful ruins of old to the peaks of Dragonspine, 90% of the enemies you encounter are Hiliturals, a sentient race capable of empathy and complex thoughts. Which is why they must be destroyed. Literally take a...
Okay, so he's repeating stuff from his previous video.
Look, what I'm trying to say is this place has problems, but ultimately, they are cool problems. Mondstadt may not be that varied, well-designed, or even have a story that I can't summarize in one sentence. The dragon was mean, and then he was nice. Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu!
Ultimately, this is just the beginning of a long, long journey. This game is planned out 7 years in advance. So as far as the basics go, there is no better teacher than Mondstadt. But pretty much just the basics. I don't think I'm staying for the boss fights. What is happening? What the fuck am I seeing?
I actually do like the boss fight against Storm Terror Dvalin. Oh god.
Okay, can you stop playing for a sec?
No.
No. Oh god.
I need to go to my teapot!
I wonder if he's going to address the teapot. Because he mentioned the teapot in his previous video, but he didn't go into any depth about it. Alright, we're in the Liyue chapter.
For the next stop on our War Crimes Tour of the Balkans, we're heading to
War Crimes Tour of the Balkans. Yipes.
the Funny Nation.
Please stand for the national anthem. Fenty, shut up.
We're going to ascend to space. Why does that work like that? Oh my god, the planet's receding. I am alone in this hell on Earth.
I have not done that glitch, but I have been made aware of it several times.
I think I'm gonna be here for a little bit. You know it's real bad when the moon is physically below you.
Yikes. Yeah, it do be like that.
Hang on, guys, it's getting kind of dark, so I'm just gonna change the time real quick. Yeah, the game lets you do that. Well, folks, it was nice knowing you all. Never mind.
He didn't die from that?
Being kidding, I really hope I didn't just tank my social credit in our previous adventures, we explored Mondstadt to learn the basic mechanics, and also, race relations. So for Liyue, we're going to learn that we've been playing the game wrong. But before I can get to that, I need to explain my team. I call it...
I think it's weird that at no point in the game they actually teach you about the artifact system. I had to learn that on my own. I'm never told to use my resin. I'm never told to get artifacts to put on my characters, or to grind domains at all, for that matter. I guess they kind of tell you to do the Ascension domain thing, that like the 2 times they make you do it, but other than that, it's like there's a lot of the game's mechanics that I feel like they could have incorporated into the story better.
Hu Tao is the owner of a funeral parlor, and she could use a bit of new business. She is also the winner of the Most Terrifying Sims Award. Like, the thread just doesn't end.
The thread just doesn't end. Obtain Hu Tao at any cost, max her out, her talents, her weapon, her refinements, including her constellations. A goal I will eventually fulfill. The lengths of which I take for Hu Tao shouldn't be underestimated. 12 out of... Oh, this is a Twitter longer for sure. Look at that. That's post 10 out of 300. 15 out of 300 just on screen.
Still writing them. Most reasonable Hu Tao main. Yolande is a character that I play for the personality. She is also one of the most overpowered units in...
Didn't get her, sadly. She's very interesting, and she's voiced by Laura Post.
The game, because she's a second Shingsho. I don't even care that she's a federal psyop. I can fix her, and...
I can fix her. No, she broken. She crazy. Little bit insane. I mean, our first clue should have been that she kicks her bow as part of her attack string.
Toma, who is fucking spelled wrong. Just don't build Toma. With our team assembled, we are now able to trivialize the combat because this team is ridiculous. But fortunately, Genshin is not just a game about combat. It's a game about gambling. You see, Genshin Impact is what we call a gacha game because it has got me in its grasp, which means that the primary...
I think gacha actually is just Japanese for clank. Which, I believe if you've watched One Piece Film Stampede, there's a devil fruit called the Gacha Gacha no Mi. Or the Clank Clank fruit.
game mechanic.
It's also what the snail phones say. Gacha. When you clank them off when you hang up.
Is chance. Every character is chance. Every weapon is chance. Every piece of every build is fucking chance. Do you know what it's like to have a mathematically impossible goblet? Goddamn elating. Hey, so I see you're trying to level up your crit rate. Well, that's a weird way to spell defense.
That's a weird way to spell defense.
Outcomes of our character roles using some...
I like defense artifacts. I wish I had more defense artifacts because I play with Noelle, which means I keep getting like, what's that stat it keeps giving me? Not HP, not crit rate, or crit damage. I keep getting like attack percent on everything.
Eastern philosophies, and the answer is 105 on average. But don't worry, you've got a lot of time.
What was that math about?
Every piece of every build is fucking chance. Do you know what it's like to have a mathematically impossible goblet? Goddamn elating. Hey, so I see you're trying to level up your crit rate. Well, that's a weird way to spell defense. Fortunately, we can predict the outcomes of our character roles using some Eastern philosophies. And the answer is 105 on average. But don't worry.
That's pretty bad. I actually got my first 5-star in 30 pulls. I was just going back and looking through my old footage, and I was trying to remember when did I get Kaching, and I'm like, oh, she was like the first 5-star I got, and I got her on my 30th pull. Which was like my third... I did 10 pulls back then. I don't do 10 pulls anymore. We do pull every time I die, which hasn't been a lot lately. Maybe I'll do a 10 pull for Dia just for the lulz when we switch games later, but yeah.
You've got a lot of time. I guess we're gonna wait a day. Because only a few 5-stars are actually available, and sometimes they aren't available for 483.
Yep. The Windbloom event would have been the time to give Eula a new banner, but they decided to give it to Ayaka and Shenhe. But from what I'm told, Shenhe has not had a banner for a long time either. But they had to do an Ayaka banner because they just gave Ayaka a new skin.
3 days. She is in prison for racism.
But what are they going to do? Lock me up?
Yes! We don't talk about that much on the channel, but this did happen.
No, you see, the real money is made in the daily quests, which are a series of useful and normal missions, such as talking to people, murdering those people, talking to the hillagers very nicely, finding the weasel, where do you go, and jumping on mushrooms.
The Sumeru commissions are weird, and I love them.
Who the fuck commissioned me to do this? We also have the power to send various characters on 20-hour expeditions directly to the coal mines. Look, guys, I really need these 2,000 upgrade materials. It's just best you don't think about it too hard.
Greetings, traveler. At Astra Abysal.
Hey, it's Iron Mouse again.
Okay.
What can I do for you today?
Yeah, I'd like to send a child to the coal mines.
What?
Put her in for 20 hours.
But traveler, she's going to die.
The lithium is not going to mine itself, Catherine.
But traveler.
Do not question me, Catherine, or I'll have you stabbed in a future quest.
Oof, that's a big spoiler. Actually, just spoilers abound at this point.
Liyue is an authoritarian military.
Oh, now we're talking about Liyue. We're still in the Liyue chapter. He's just now talking about it? He got sidetracked hard in this.
Militaristic oligarchy controlled by a committee of really hot lesbians. I believe in Ganyu supremacy. In a militaristic oligarchy controlled by a committee of really hot lesbians.
Really hot. I fucking worship them, is what it says in the background. The fucking eyes on Kaching there. What quest is this from? I also just noticed the Ganyu's head on fucking Yalan.
Lesbians. I believe in Ganyu supremacy. This nation is the land of contracts, and by entering, you have made the contract to not criticize the state. Consequently, Liyue is also where all money is printed on the planet. So, I guess Mondstadt's economy is powered by hopes and dreams. And also,
Actually, money is not printed there anymore, and there's, again, a Game 3 video about that. So they're going to be going through a period of deflation at some point, where money is going to become extremely too valuable.
the card game. Look, Timmy, I know your dad's dead and all, but do you want to play Gwent?
Do you want to play Gwent?
The side effect of this is that Liyue is in the midst of a violent crime epidemic. As in, the majority of enemies in Liyue are human, and even worse, they're poor. So poor, in fact, that they're forced to fight you with Molotov cocktails and farming equipment. What is...
I want the treasure hoarders to be explained more. They're like the only villain group we haven't really gone into depth about. Sumeru, they got replaced completely by the Eremites, who are actually very well fleshed out. And I'm very happy about that. But the treasure hoarders are weird. All we know is they have a structure of some sort of leaders. Max0r might actually be the leader of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. I don't think there's confirmation about that, but I've had suspicions about that pointed out to me recently. And then the last thing about the treasure hoarders that I want to know is, what the fuck do you need test subjects for? For whom?
What is your plan, my guy? The masculine urge to dig a hole. By the way, we're the good guys. Speaking of digging holes...
Yeah, we're the good guys. TM. Air quotes on that.
I should probably address this. It's a little difficult to ignore. If you die down here, no one will hear your screams. As soon as you think you're done exploring, it just keeps going down. The devs
It leads all the way down to the abyss, probably.
had to add moon shoes to the game so I could keep playing it. Now that we're trapped down here, we only have two options remaining. We need to mine and we need to craft.
We need to mine and we need to craft.
Later. Okay, so now...
You see, I always keep a fucking Claymore user on the team solely so that I can hit those rocks if I need to.
And look, Liyue might have a few issues with organized crime. Sea monster attacks. It happens twice.
It happens twice. It does happen twice.
Landscape always trying to kill me. But hey, at least the story's up. It's okay. Can anyone here tell me why like there's like a giant bird next to me? It's weird. Oh fuck, where am I?
Oh fuck, where am I? Diagon Alley. I do think the ending of Liyue is one of the most cinematic things that I ever got to experience in a game. But at the same time, the entire story in Liyue before that is so inconsequential. It's literally, we're going to walk around with Zhongli and help him prepare and acquire ingredients for a funeral rite thing. It's super rich in lore, but in terms of gameplay, it's really shoehorned in there. That being said, Sumeru is pretty much the same, actually. But at least in Sumeru, the non-combat stuff was very interesting. Like, we have mysteries, we have... Yeah, we'll get to that. I'm sure he'll get to that later. He's probably gonna make a joke about it. I wonder if he's gonna talk about time-limited events. I mean, he did mention one already with the...
What's up, gang?
That was,
It's me, Arataki Ito.
What was that? Okay, whatever. Moving on. Inazuma time!
Okay, guys, listen. We need to reach Japan. Don't worry, I have a plan to bypass immigration. We are going to walk there. Yes, that's right. We're going to... Excuse me. We're going to travel underneath the ocean. So apparently I just have to, Uh-huh.
I've been told there's a lot of glitches you can use to get to Inazuma early. I didn't want to incorporate or use any of those because I'm not trying to play the game to, like, speedrun it or anything. I'm just trying to enjoy the story as I go along. I am literally playing this game for the story, which he doesn't seem to talk about all that much in this video, to be honest.
I don't like this anymore. Okay, we're pretty close now, so, I don't think we're close enough. Please no, please no, please no.
So close. So close. I saw a pretty funny video where someone got 4 Kayas in co-op and they tried to just get to Inazuma early.
What is up, my Thebes and Gentlethems? Welcome to the land of Inazuma, a home to nobody because no one is properly housed in Inazuma. Previously, Mondstadt taught us how to play, and Liyue...
It's very weird that the population in the game far outnumbers the housing in the games.
How to simp. Well, the Land of Lightning is here to teach us that we have not felt true pain yet. But first, let's go over our team, which I will be calling the, Yandere Benzos.
The Yandere Benzos.
Pico, Mommy, sorry, Sigma female, kidnapped a man and force feminized him. God, I wish that was me.
Traveler, I'm making a call-out post to my twitter.com.
What the fuck are you saying?
I'm gonna piss on the fucking moon.
Bruce.
The what?
You can literally name him Bruce. That
You
is
can
actually
literally
how it
name
appears
him
in
Bruce.
game. In fact,
I named him Logan. And then I forgot that I named him Logan when it came up in a story thing during Windbloom.
Bruce. You can literally name him Bruce. That is actually how it appears in game. In fact, we can name him all kinds of things, such as Baby Girl, Dr. Ligma, Wabushidashangwo, Ballfart, Testicles. What is that? And last but not least, Hokushish, Hatsune Miku. This is literally just Miku. Like, they didn't even try to hide it. And Bennett, who is the...
I like her design. I do see the similarities, but not every character with teal and twin tails is automatically Hatsune Miku.
single most overpowered unit in the game. Like, Genshin doesn't have power creep because of Bennett. Send this bitch to the coal mine.
Genshin doesn't have power creep, he says. It definitely does, but at the same time, I feel like that's one of the reasons why there's such much controversy around Dia right now, is because I think they tuned her down because they're afraid to keep power creeping. Because power creep is a problem that every game has to deal with. But I'm also told that it's weird that Bennett is always popular.
Mines and have his testicles exploded. Now, my previous teams, they were kind of nice, but this time, I'm not playing nice. I'm playing for funny numbers. Every single member is optimized beyond the boundaries of reason. I rolled 6 copies of Hatsune Miku, and now I can kill Tortellini in 2 attacks. It, cost
2 attacks?
$50. Also, Bruce can, fly. Like, actual flight. It breaks like half the game's AI when you do it. They're just very confused. My entire team is him shooting down at the peasants like an attack helicopter. Just, don't ask me how long I farmed for this. I had to grind for this view.
Very cinematic.
Hang on a fucking second. She's wearing socks in the water.
Everyone memes on this. Hell, I think I even memed on it.
Something is horribly wrong with this country. Inazuma is a third
Love this
world
track.
isolationist dictatorship, mostly occupied by catastrophic disasters, both natural and...
I hate getting struck by lightning. Inazuma is my least favorite region.
man-made.
I love Japan. I love anime. I hate Inazuma.
But mostly man-made. Me and the fellas watching Oppenheimer in the IMAX. Inazuma is also engulfed in a decades-long civil war, resulting in mass unemployment and a refugee...
Actually, it's only been lasting like about 2 well, I guess the civil war between Sangonomiya and the homeland of Narukumi, that's been going on for decades. But as for the civil war that we walk into in the story, that's only been going on for about 2 years.
So I think this is a great opportunity to educate you as to why you should never visit Inazuma. You know.
Yeah. Fucking never visit Inazuma. They should have kept the borders closed. I'm kidding, of course.
besides the fucking puzzles. This shit is the work of Satan. Narukami
I hate those puzzles.
Is the only place in Inazuma resembling a civilization. The rest is basically just Martin Luther King Boulevard. The only disaster this island has to worry about is the government, and her name is the Raiden Shogun. Kanazuka is the first island to be made uninhabitable by nuclear weapons testing, which then proceeds to leak out of the elephant's foot in an amount so dangerous it makes Chernobyl look like Clown College. I mean, I guess there's also the Kujo encampment, but we don't go to the Kujo encampment. Well, that's enough of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I went there at one point once, and it's like, yeah, I don't think I ever need to be here.
Wait a minute. What the fuck? Yashiori is an absolute nightmare on account of the non-stop lightning storm and slightly imposing giant skull. My favorite activity is going to this place. It limits the land the lightning can strike, so it just fucking whacks you. Looks like another beautiful day in the great land of Inazuma. Of course, I could fix the problem if I wanted to, but when I began the quest to remove the lightning, I was struck by it. I'm gonna take that as a sign from God.
So that's how you take the quest to get rid of the fucking lightning.
Seirai Island is what happens when Mr. Beast donates 50 megatons of ionizing radiation to families in need. Like, this shit makes Evangelion look like a comedy special. The fact that there aren't even homeless people here probably tells you all you need to know. Surumi Island is a very isolated place, populated for thousands of years by bird-worshipping savages who need their mineral resources exploited.
If you want the spoiler, this is your last chance, but basically, this island doesn't actually exist. It is a ley line disorder that is just causing it to appear in the past. The island was destroyed a long time ago.
President Biden, please send Raytheon missiles so I can buy Dasani water and Cheetos. I just think it has something to do with the interdimensional dog. Watatsumi Island is really nice. Like, what the fuck? Does this even count as an island? It's just so beautiful. I sure hope it's not hiding some kind of horrifying dark secret.
It is hiding a horrifying dark secret.
Enkanomiya is fucking Atlantis. You get there by jumping into the giant hole, and it's like, how is this legal? Look, I think you've got the idea at this point. As much as I've talked about reactions and children, Genshin Impact at its core is an exploration game, because it makes you explore your sexuality, and that fact alone makes Inazuma one of the best areas. If you don't count the story, please kill me, mommy, I've been a bad boy. And okay, this
Raiden is still my least favorite character.
nation might be lacking in housing, basic infrastructure,
I like her more than I used to, so there's that.
and some unbombed land. But honestly, that's just part of the rustic charm. How else do you think this island got a giant crater? Just be glad you don't have to live in Inazuma. It's all fun and
Hate
games
that
until
boss.
you piss off the geometry.
Alright, my favorite region coming on up. Sumeru!
Alright, fellas, for our next stop, we're going to enter the weed land. We need to smoke that Zaza and...
Hang on, I gotta look at those.
Fellas, for our next stop, we're going to enter the weed land. We need to smoke that Zaza and fall unconscious. And to do that, all we have to do is not be stuck in Inazuma. So if you're a fan of our undersea adventure, then don't worry. This glitch is much worse. All we've got to do is, whatever that was. I can't let go of the W button, by the way. Get ready to receive some Holy Spirit. Okay, so we're just going down. We're going to Silent Hill now. Sorry, guys. It looks like we're approaching meltdown. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Max0r. 1 second, guys. My mom's calling me.
He's going.
Hey, Bob. 1 second. I'm flying to get that Zaza.
What does that mean?
It means I'm low-key in a battle bus.
Sometimes I wish you were normal.
Okay, where are we dropping, boys?
Where are we dropping?
Perfect landing.
Perfect landing. Alright, it's Sumeru time.
Hey there, my little Genshits. Welcome to the land of Sumeru.
I guess he's going to explain his team comp now again.
Sumeru, Hittite jump scare. The only nation in Genshin Impact that can use the internet, mostly for racism. Good to see that nothing
Yeah, they do use the internet for racism over there, or they did.
changed. It is also absurdly gigantic. Like, the map screen can't even see all of it. But before we can get into the intricacies of
The worst part is, I think they're about to add another region to it in like 3.7 or 3.8.
Sumerian society, I have to explain my team. The kindergarten. Nikita is... I can explain. My girl at 10, but she is 10. Nikita is...
She's 500, but she definitely has the body of a, I want to say 12-year-old, maybe 8.
the literal god of knowledge. If you count knowledge as the personal thoughts of every NPC in Sumeru, which she can read, even when I log into Discord, there's no escaping her. Oh my...
Oh god. Oh god.
fucking god, they're still typing it. How many emotes do these people have?
Does watching you count as a hobby?
What?
I've actually been
Excuse
watching
me?
for a long time already.
Excuse me, what? Liyue has a completely hollow skull. There is nothing happening inside her head. She could not pass.
The Hyper Bloom team is pretty powerful.
What? Liyue has a completely hollow skull. There is nothing happening inside her head. She could not pass an eye exam. Sangonomiya Koka... Wait a minute, I've seen you before. But fellas, I've got something to admit. You see, Kokomi's damage scales on health, her healing scales on health, and yes, even her health scales on health. So naturally, when it came time to build her, I used the wrong stat. It makes
Of course you did.
the numbers funnier. Yao Yao is very cute and buddy. Her playstyle is chill and relaxing. In fact, you don't even have to play as Yao Yao. You play as her artificial beast given life. It throws vegetables at them. How many people would you kill for Yao Yao is not the
Watch that again.
artificial beast given life. It throws vegetables at them.
Fucking.
How many people would you kill for Yao Yao is not the right question. The right question is how many people I would allow to live. Personally, I think
Ooh.
this team is really good for not having a DPS, and we are going to need it for all the funny and interesting events this game has to offer. Because, dear viewer, I lied to you. The best way to make money is not actually the Weasel minigame. It is participating in temporary event content, which
Oh my god, he is going to talk about the temporary event content.
I can only describe as punishment for developers who are too insane. Event content such as Prop Hunt, a game where you disguise yourselves as various household items to escape the wrath of very stupid people. Oh god, I think he's got a whiff. Wow guys, this is just like Genshin Impact.
Yeah, but I don't have to pay to see kids.
You know what, I think it's about time that I show off my winning strategies. Fellas, I've got a good feeling about this one. All we've got to do is Yep. Next, you gotta do this. He will never find me this way. Does he know? Oh my god, he doesn't know. Wait a second. No. All right, fellas, I got
They got him.
plan for this map. We're just gonna stand here. He has no clue. I can't. Why is it working like this? I'm sorry, guys. Looking up is really hard. I am torturing this man. You could say
Yep, this is why I always look up in games.
that he's among us. We also have event content like the boat minigame. I'm having so much fun with the boat minigame.
I did not like the boat minigame.
Arc. What is happening on my screen? Does that man have a fucking gun? The beetle cockfighting. I've always wanted to beat a child. And my personal favorite, Chinese New Year. Because it makes me the most money. Just, don't look up any of the cutscenes.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by?
I liked that cutscene.
You know, Hu Tao, I think you've got some hidden talent. Please keep it hidden. That
Please keep it hidden.
rap wasn't released. It fucking escaped.
Dr. Ligma.
Kaya, you gotta
What
watch
is
out.
happening?
You're rolling to the ragu too much. Sumeru is an autocratic Orwellian surveillance state with a little hint of apartheid, governed by the worst organization imaginable, University.
Oof, don't remind me.
This nation is the land of knowledge, with most of it being devoted to new, more efficient ways to be racist. And to that end, Sumeru is segregated between two distinct parts, each with their own unique ways to kill you. The forest is a terrifying safari hellscape, where each animal is not only able to kill you, but is evolved to. We've got
It's evolved too.
tigers, cows, crocodiles, robot dinosaur, fungus dinosaur. Welcome to Jurassic Park. And my favorite animal type, poor people. But most importantly, the forest is where the white people live, and they're filling the library with
Yeah.
video essays. This is the academia, who control Sumeru by spreading misinformation on the internet. Raiden, the academia doesn't want you to know this, but you can steal ducks from the public park. They're free, Raiden. The desert is a desolate, abandoned wasteland, once home to a thriving civilization. Before
I actually do think it's neat. I had somebody point this out to me semi-recently, but the actual Eremites, there's actually quite a large variety of skin tones between them.
the Caucasoids built a giant wall between them. Does anyone else think this is weird? We've got scorpions. We've got scorpiouts. Welcome to Jurassic Hell.
Did the joke twice.
We've got the, never mind. So is he gonna, like, okay. And we've got worm demons. But my personal
Ah, the sandworms. Damn sandworms.
favorite obstacle is definitely the gigantic fuck-off laser. There are, of course, even more enemies, but most of them are just liberal propaganda to make you believe that race mixing is a physical need. And fellas, it's working. But hey, the desert isn't all that bad, as long as you ignore the racist genie quest.
Yeah, Lillipar was kind of racist.
Motherfucker graduated from casual to competitive racism.
Alright, later, Max.
What? Wait.
I gotta go AFK real quick.
No.
I didn't even think you could co-op in that area.
Can't do this to me. Look, the point is, Sumeru is massive, and it's not even done.
Go see the Dirge of Bilqis quest line if you haven't seen it yet.
And also Liyue isn't done. And also Mondstadt. But what Sumeru does have is an actually good story. Like, out of all the things I expected, Harvard building an Evangelion was not one of them.
Shinji! Get the fuck out of the other right now!
You can't tell me what to do anymore, Mom. I'm finally inside of another man.
Shinji, what the fuck?
I am the all-knowing God. Jesus Christ, they really made this boss fight. Mobile game, by the way.
Mobile game, by the way. Yeah, Sumeru's story is hands down the best story we've gotten so far, and I am excited to see how they try to top it in the future.
So whether you're exploring deep in the woods at 4 a.m., finding amazing oases, God, I sure hope nothing whimsical happens here, fighting more minorities, I'm trying to be a police officer, or doing the 8-hour gnome people quest, that is a lot of side quests. There will always be a new surprise in Sumeru, and if future
I liked the R&R quest line. I think we did it in like 15 hours, actually.
content is even a fraction as good as this, then I'm going to be playing this game for a very long time. Because, you know, I wasn't doing that already.
I think it's getting close to the longest series that I've streamed. I want to say I have about 180 hours in at this point. I could probably pull up that stat on Steam, but I don't want to right now. But I don't think I've passed 200 yet. Then again, I don't play it daily. We're almost done. What track is this?
What the fuck? Saito?
They're trapped.
Going. This man is fucking tweaking out right now. You know what, guys? Before I go, I want to give you all a fun tip that most Genshin players don't know. The age of consent is 18 years old.
And it ends with the way the previous video began. That was amazing. That was an amazing video. So when you're done watching this, go over to Max0r's channel, watch it again. I don't care if you just mute it and play it, leave it running in the background. This video deserves more of your views. In fact, I'm actually going to hit replay. I'm going to mute it and replay, and we're going to do just that while I have this running in the background. This has been a fun video. It deserves all the love and attention that I hope it gets. When I actually started watching the video, it was only at 137,000 views. It's already at 1.13 million. We're going to give it another view anyway. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. So, I'll see you guys in the next stream.